Time is neutral and does not change things. With courage and initiative, leaders change things. Never look down on anybody unless you're helping him up. It is essential to employ, trust, and reward those whose perspective, ability, and judgment are radically different from yours. It is also rare, for it requires uncommon humility, tolerance, and wisdom. The employer generally gets the employees he deserves. My attitude is never to be satisfied, never enough, never. You look for what needs to be done. After all, that's how the universe designs itself. A leader who does not hesitate before he sends his nation into battle is not fit to be a leader. Lead, follow, or get out of the way. Every act of conscious learning requires the willingness to suffer an injury to one's self-esteem. That is why young children, before they are aware of their own self-esteem, learn so easily. The stupid never forgive nor forget. The naive forgive and forget. The wise forgive but do not forget. Two things wrong don't make a right, but they make a good excuse. In the animal kingdom, the rule is eat or be eaten. In the human kingdom, define or be defined. The nicest thing about standards is that there are so many of them to choose from. No wind serves him who addresses his voyage to no certain port. Leadership does not depend on being right. Great companies in the way they work start with great leaders. Honor bespeaks worth. Confidence begets trust. Service brings satisfaction. Cooperation proves the quality of leadership. Leadership is diving for a loose ball, getting the crowd involved, getting other players involved. It's being able to take it as well as dish it out. That's the only way you are going to get respect from other players. To succeed in business, it is necessary to make others see things as you see them. Getting in touch with your true self must be your first priority. It is rare to find a business partner who is selfless. If you're lucky, it happens once in a lifetime. There are 3 secrets to managing. The first secret is to have patience. The second is be patient. And the third and most important secret is patience. If you want to get most out of your men, give them a break. Don't make them work completely in the dark. If you do, they won't do a bit more than they have to. But if they comprehend, they'll work like mad. Leaders must be close enough to relate to others, but far enough ahead to motivate them. Leaders have to act more quickly today. The pressure comes much faster. One must be convinced to convince, to have enthusiasm to stimulate the others. High expectations are the key to everything. You have to have your heart in the business and the business in your heart. Effective leadership is not about making speeches or being liked. Leadership is defined by results, not attribute. People ask difference between a leader and a boss. The leader leads and the boss drives. The great leaders have always stage managed their effects. Get the best people and train them well. The first man gets the oyster, the second man gets the shell. The exercise of power is determined by thousands of interactions between the world of the powerful and that of the powerless. All the more so because these worlds are never divided by a sharp line. Everyone has a small part of himself in both. Hope is definitely not the same thing as optimism. It is not the conviction that something will turn out well, but the certainty that something makes sense, regardless of how it turns out. A leader does not deserve the name unless he is willing occasionally to stand alone. Management is about arranging and telling. Leadership is about nurturing and enhancing. You have to lead people gently toward what they already know is right. Leaders must encourage their organizations to dance to forms of music yet to be heard. Leadership cannot be measured in a poll or even in the results of an election. It can only be truly seen with the benefit of time, from the perspective of 20 years, not 20 days. When the best leader's work is done, the people say, "We did it ourselves." A man always has two reasons for doing anything: a good reason and the real reason. When placed in command, take charge. Think little goals and expect little achievements. Think big goals and win big success. People buy into the leader before they buy into the vision. Innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower. No matter how carefully you plan your goals, they will never be more than pipe dreams unless you pursue them with gusto. If you care enough for a result, you will most certainly attain it. Don't find fault, find a remedy. If you command wisely, you'll be obeyed cheerfully. You're only as good as the people you hire. Every company has two organizational structures. The formal one is written on the charts, the other is the everyday relationship of the men and women in the organization. It is an immutable law in business that words are words, explanations are explanation, promises are promises, but only performance is reality. In the business world, everyone is paid in two coins, cash and experience. Take the experience first, the cash will come later. A true leader has to give a genuine open door policy so that his people are not afraid to approach him for any reason. Performance stands out like a ton of diamonds. Non-performance can always be explained away. We must not be hampered by yesterday's myths in concentrating on today's needs. Leadership cannot really be taught. it can only be learned.